Hey everyone, I'm going to show you a few quick things for your hips, hamstrings, and IT bands. These three areas are parts of my body that I really want and like to keep stretched on a regular basis because it just helps me with so many things: balance, mobility, just feeling good. So, show you a few things. For hamstrings, there's forward fold, so you inhale your arms up, keep your legs pretty much straight, and then fold down toward your toes. Now, I can come down to my toes. If you can't, that's totally okay. Kind of doesn't matter where you're at. You could be up here and that's fine. Important part is you want to keep your legs straight and kind of keep your upper body reaching up and over as far as you can. So that's one way to stretch your hamstrings. Another way is you can take one foot forward, other foot back, about 45 degrees, straight ahead here, fingers together behind your back. Inhale your heart up to the sky. And keep your hips squared as you exhale. Hinge forward, keeping your back flat, your hamstring should feel a pretty deep stretch. Keep that front leg straight. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together. Let's switch sides. Inhale your heart toward the sky. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Now, another option you can do too, you can essentially kind of, let me find something down here. I'll use these. So, you might have like a table or a couch or something, hopefully something softer than these weights. But the idea is you just kind of put your heel up and you keep that leg straight, take your heart toward the sky and you just kind of hinge forward. Keep your back flat as you do this, but it's the same kind of motion, but the idea is you're stretching that hamstring and without having to do a whole lot. Keeping it nice and simple. There we go. Another option, wide-legged fold. So take your legs out wide, keep your legs straight, inhale your arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward, keep your back flat, let your fingertips float down. Walk your fingertips one way, and walk your fingertips the other way. As you do this, you'll probably feel it. You keep those legs nice and straight. You can go back and forth a little bit and kind of spend some time with it. Back to the middle, and release. Rise up. So, a few options for hamstrings. Highly encourage you to stretch those on a regular basis. I do it at least once a day, whatever works for you, but highly encourage it. Hips, another incredibly important part. So one of the best things that I do for keeping my hips loose is lunge. Toes are all straight ahead, hips are square. You just kind of go down and slightly forward, but it's mostly down because you focus on stretching your hips right here, but keeping those hips kind of squared toward the front. If you want, you can take your arms up. Exhale, hands together, feet together, and let's switch sides. Toes are all straight ahead, shoulders over your hips. Down we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands together. Now, if you're kind of off on balance or that's a little too intimidating, don't worry about it. There's so many ways you can stretch your hips. You can come down to a kneeling position. So on both knees like this. You can fold your mat underneath for a little more cushion if you want. I'm gonna switch sides. Now the important part here is take one foot out, these toes straight ahead, shoulders over your hips, your back is straight, and you just kind of go down. It's just like that standing lunge, but you're just doing it from a lower position. And really focus on stretching your hip. I'll switch sides. And you might feel a difference. Like right now I notice this hip for me is really tight today. So I'm going to spend a little more time and try and get a little bit deeper with it. Rise up. Now, a simple squat motion is really good for opening your hips. It's something that as humans, we did for a long time, before we invented chairs or sat down a lot. But the idea is you kind of squat down a little bit and you want to try and get as low as you can. Sometimes it helps to hold something in front to counterbalance, like a book or a weight or something. And then from here, you can kind of explore where you feel that and opening your hips. You can even take your knees, your elbows into your knees like this and kind of help move it a little bit more. But be safe, should be no pain in your knees, just feeling that opening in your hips. Rise up. Another option too, kind of a butterfly pose. Sit on the ground, feet together, hands underneath your feet like this. Just kind of want to pull your feet towards yourself and then take your heart up to the sky. All right, there you go. So, great options for your hips. IT bands, the outside of your leg, really, really important to keep those loose. And so the way that I stretch those, it's mostly variations on pigeon pose. And so I'll show you full pigeon and I'll show you some different ways to do that. So full pigeon is where from down dog, take one leg up, bring that knee toward that wrist, and you want to kind of take this knee to the side, and your foot's going out to the other side. And so with this, the weight's going down and out through your hip, and that's going to stretch here, and that's where we want to focus. It's mostly going to be up this when you do a regular pigeon. You can start to come down to your elbows. Now you want to send that weight down and out through your hip. No pain nor tension in your knee. You don't want any weight going into your knee. It's going down and out through your hip. And from here, if you like, you can go further down. But it really just depends on what you're comfortable with and kind of where you're at on this particular day. When you come out of it, you want to lift that leg up toward the sky and kind of rotate that ankle and get some blood flow back. We'll switch sides. With pigeon, when I teach yoga class, it's usually a pretty long held pose, but you can do it a little bit shorter if you want. Really just depends on how much you need to stretch. And rise up. Take that leg up to the sky, rotate that ankle. Now variations on that, you can do reclined pigeon. It's where you sit back, place one ankle on top of that thigh, clasp your hands beneath your thigh and use your arms to pull that knee toward your shoulder. Again, no pain in your knees, but just stretching the outside of your leg. You can extend that leg up if you want. And release down. I'm going to switch sides. And release down. Now, a variation on that, you can just sit cross-legged like this. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your fingertips toward one side. It's a little more subtle, but you're still stretching that same part of your body, that IT band. To the other side. Back to the middle, a little further forward if you can. Inhale, rise up, and release. Now, it's not always practical to hop down on the floor and do pigeon or recline pigeon. So if you're in the middle of the workday, or just wherever you are, seated pigeon is one of the best things that you can do for stretching your IT band and keeping it stretched. And so that same principle, keep this ankle directly below this knee, other ankle on top of that knee, one hand on the ankle, one hand on the knee. Inhale your heart up, take your heart up to the sky, back flat, and then kind of hinge forward. There you go, and then switch sides. Now if you're playing heart up to the sky, fold forward. Now if you're playing sports or active, or maybe you haven't been active in a while, really taking it slow is something I highly encourage. But if you're doing running, biking, swimming, anything kind of like that, or even golf, highly, highly encourage you to stretch your IT bands and just get a little more loose down there, because it's really going to help with mobility and help with balance and pretty much everything else. It just helps me feel good, so hope it helps you too. And release. So, a few different options. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have questions. I love talking about this stuff, and I love hearing what's going on with you. So I'm happy to think about anything that'd be helpful. Just send me a note, and let's see what we can do together. I hope this helps. Hips, hamstrings, IT bands. Keep them loose, keep them stretched. Go out, have fun, and live the way you want to live. My name is Patrick. The light in me recognizes the light in you, and all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.